Okay, so question 10. What are possible themes for this novel? How do the plot or the characters establish and support these themes? So the one that I came up with. Well,
I would like to hear whatever.
You know, let's
Everyone
don't go around and just say it. Everyone can say it.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay, so I did coming of age. I mean, I had 3 different options, but I think coming of age was one. And I saw this on page 58 and on 104 because originally Sam was he was in like a normal teenage relationship with a girl that he accidentally got pregnant. Sam had to sacrifice a lot of his teenage years for Max until he realized that there was still so much, he had so much dream and so many goals that he wanted to accomplish. And yeah, I know. And then it was just kind of going to be hard for him, and he realized as he had to mature for Sam, part of that maturity was letting Sam go.
Are we or are we not?
Yeah.
I agreed with Hannah. I actually said coming of age too. Pretty much the same thing. I didn't have any page numbers, but I just said he had to grow up a ton from having a kid, and it made him mature a lot and have to realize a lot of things.
My theme was similar. I just said that the overall theme was acceptance. Because throughout the whole book, he struggles between accepting his situation, and I talked about earlier as well. But I don't know. That's kind of the one thing that stood out to me is accepting each of the responsibilities, and accepting the reality of the situation, what's going on, and what really needed to happen for him in his position.
I said the importance of family because I think because Sam didn't really have a good family life, Mitch wasn't helping him at all, he didn't have a good support system, he couldn't raise Max. But even though Claire on page 73 complains about her mom a lot, I don't think without her family, she could have raised anyone, and everyone just recognizes that, without good parents you can't do well.
I said the theme was judgment. A lot of people are judged throughout the book. And even in chapter 12, right when Mitch sees Claire, he thinks that him and Claire and Sam already sex. So it's judgmental.
I also said coming of age for mine because Sam had to make a bunch of, he made all those lists and everything for taking care of Max. And I don't remember the page specifically, but when he was at the party, or the friend's house, Andy's house, and was like, I want a beer, and he said, no, I can't, because he's a dad. So, yeah.
The theme I picked was based in reality, and there's an example of that in chapter 2 when Andy calls and Sam thinks to himself, and I knew he was remembering all the times we talked about being seniors and how great it would be to be seniors together. And it's just kind of how he wishes that he could just be a normal kid, but the reality is that he's a teen dad.
I'd say that the theme is responsibility, because all throughout the book, his dad's kind of telling him that, yeah, it's your responsibility to raise this kid. And on page 140, they kind of talk about what the agreement they had, how Sam was going to take care of the kid, and his dad would pay for all the bills. But after he was done with school, he'd go to work for Mr. Lawson and pay the bills back. So it kind of just shows he's got to be responsible, and it's his job to pay that dad back and raise the kid.
I said love and sacrifice because there's a lot of sacrifice for the ones you love, such as the kids. And on page 188, Sam says, I do love you, Max. From the first day in the hospital, I always loved you. And it just shows that he did sacrifice a lot for Max.
I said the same thing that you said. But then I also added on page 53 that we know that Claire loves Emily, but she does sacrifice Emily so that her family can also play with her and stuff. And so I think love and sacrifice is a good theme for it because there's so many examples in the book.
My theme was doing what's best for you, yourself, and your others around you, because Sam does what's best for himself by giving up Max so he can focus on school and can hopefully get into college and have a better future. He does what's best for Max by giving him a better life, by giving him away up for adoption, hoping he actually grows up with a normal family and a mother that can support and love him. And then I also kind of does its best for his dad too, because his dad was like always thinking and stressing about Sam and what he's gonna be doing for himself and Max.
Yeah, I thought that responsibility was kind of like a theme throughout the book, and because Sam has to be responsible for Max.
I think the theme, the number one was the role of men and women and how they can be equal. Sam and Claire have done a little, most of it was done the same. They raised their kids probably almost the exact same way. Some had advantages in different areas, but it kind of shows that men are just as good as women for raising kids, and women are just as good as men for having a family.
Equality.
Mr. Perry's gonna be like, what are you doing? Anyone else got some themes?
I said,
There we go.
You failed.
self-resilience. I thought that Max has
Is
to,
there water in there?
kind of like retaliate just against all the stereotypes against him, not being able to take care of his kids. Parts where the doctor doesn't let him go see his kid right away when they're at the hospital, or like when